Okay. Drink it out of here now. Okay. Alright, new stream. So we did our paperwork and all that. So it shows 557 miles to delivery. That's a lot. But anything we do now would just help us out. You know what I mean? So if we could do 100 miles, that'd be great. I don't know. If we do 75, that'd be great. But you know, first thing we need to do is go to that Love's, jump on a scale just to verify and make sure. By the looks of things, we're okay. Watched us come in and out of here on other trips. This place gives you free ice cream to all the drivers that transport their load. And I don't mean they give away a little cheap little popsicle. They give you Ben & Jerry's and all sorts of high dollar, massive, beautiful, wonderful ice cream. And you get to pick all that you want. I mean, well, all the different flavors and types, and from push-up pops to pints of Ben & Jerry's to all sorts of good stuff. And I always like coming here because every time we got one, they go, take two. And for the first time ever, their free ice cream bucket was empty. So we got no free samples today. I wonder if Lorna came in here, beat us to it, and then emptied out the ice cream bucket because there was there was none for us. First time ever, their ice cream bucket was empty. So I'm willing to bet you Lorna got there first. Alright, so as of right now, we have 2 hours and 19 minutes on the 14-hour clock. That also rules our 11-hour clock. So, whatever we do, we're going to have to do in the next 2 hours and 19 minutes. did our loaded trailer and we did our paperwork and computer work, it tells me that that's not the correct trailer number. So we checked the trailer number, checked our paperwork, checked the seal, everything's correct. The boss just sent a message and said, the trailer number we entered shows it's loaded in Columbus, Ohio. No, because I have it. We verified the seal, we verified everything, so I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, tell the boss that we have verified everything, so how they think how it's showing in Columbus, I don't know. We're running against the 1400 clock. Okay, well, we verified our trailer number. We could see it. The seal matches, the bills match, trailer matches. How they say GPS shows it in Columbus, Ohio, I don't know, but that ain't my problem. Right? Okay. Because if we had the wrong trailer number, then the seal wouldn't match the bills, right? Because it'd be a different seal number on a different trailer. So we're good. Plus, I've looked like 6 times, and we do have the correct trailer. Batteries that you already have or no? Oh, okay. Alright, well, whatever's up to you. That's why I figured you would have bought a battery already. Alright, so we're down to 2 hours, 13 minutes left on this 14-hour clock. That's the one we got to pay attention to. If we get 52 miles out of the way, I'll be happy. How far is that long? It's 30 miles or whatever. All this corn looks dead. Is that what it's supposed to look like? Tennessee. Welcome to Ripley. 36. I'm a starving heart. I'm hungry. I'm a hungry hippo. Feed me, Seymour. Home of Ripley Tomato. Never heard of Ripley Tomato. I heard of Tomato Head. We got one of them. But I ain't heard of Ripley Tomato. I wonder if we should follow the 333 rule for camping. Anybody know what the 333 rule means? Travel no more than 300 miles in a day. Spend 3 nights there. And see at least 3 different things. That might be kind of cool. Different places. Oh, right, that's right. In retirement, we're not supposed to have any rules. We make our own rules. And Stitch is going to help write some rules. Yep. And Stitch is going to follow the 3 meatloafs a week rule. What do you think of that? No. That's 6 pounds a week. You don't get that. Steak break at 2:30. There you go. Half-hour steak break. That's got somewhere to go. Hey, just go. Yeah, but the idea is to have fun. I mean, if you're camping, or if you're doing a full RV life, then time really wouldn't matter. I know. Or we just leave you there and be intentional. forget, 19th anniversary today. Whoop, whoop. You save yourself 19% on every single thing in our store. That's the hoodies, the zip-up hoodies from Port Authority. Our handcrafted, hand-molded mugs made right here in the USA. Stoneware steins, mugs, decals, hat pins, American Spirit hats, all of our hats, squishy trucks, Aunt J, Backpack Buddy Frog, greeting and note cards. Start your Christmas shopping early. All you have to do is enter BRT19 and on the checkout page, go ahead and get yourself some good bargains. %19 off everything. Early Christmas presents. But I tell you what, one, you know, we've bought a lot of products over the years, custom made for us. The stoneware steins, those were all handcrafted. Where was it? Somewhere in Wisconsin. No, not Appleton. It started with an E, didn't it? Well, they were made somewhere near Appleton. I thought at the town it started with an E. But every stein and stoneware mug and all that stuff, hand molded. Neenah, that's right. Neenah, Wisconsin. Yeah, Neenah. Well, I was thinking E. Neenah. Neenah, Wisconsin. So you gotta check them out. Whatever 19% off is. I really, really like those. And then, of course, Gossamer made a Fresh Awakening mug. She picked the color. She picked the style. Those were made in Neenah, Wisconsin as well. And of course, winter's going to be coming up. You need a BRT 2 million mile hoodie, zip up hoodie. Greeting and note cards, 19% off of those. Everything. What have we here? He tags up the whole road. Can't go too far on that. Look how big that thing is. No idea what that is. I mean, seriously, what is that? Is that a farm equipment? I've never seen nothing like that. lot of farms and farm tractors and stuff like that. I've not seen anything like that. If you know, leave it in the comments. I'm sure somebody in this big wide YouTube world knows. Out in front of me. Didn't think they were going to stop. Welcome to Dyersburg. Once we leave that Lowe's, it's going to be nothing for truck stops. I think Lowe's is going to be it for the night. We'll have to just drive the rest tomorrow. Backroads, there ain't nothing. Now, that's normally a pretty crowded Lowe's. But today being Saturday, I'm hoping we can find a spot. I don't know where to go after that. thought we were speeding earlier, which we weren't. We were doing 50 and then 55. No telling. Ha! Maybe. I don't know. You know, one time we were done with whatever we were doing in Kansas City down by the railroad yards. And we were bobtail only. And we were like one block away from the truck stop, and we saw the cop at the far corner. We didn't think anything of it. I mean, we were bobtail, we weren't speeding, the truck stopped right here, and he ended up getting behind us just as we were backing up into a parking spot. And he said, "I tried to catch you, but I got caught by the light." It's like, okay, what'd we do wrong? And he said, "Oh, you didn't do nothing wrong. I needed to do one more DOT inspection before I went home, and I saw you bobtail, and I figured that'd be easy." I said, "Have at it." And that's all he wanted. So. He said your truck looked nice and clean, and I figured it'd be an easy inspection. And it was. I hope there's a spot for us. I don't know where to park around here. Being a Saturday, we might be in luck, but I don't know. Boy, they repaved all this nice and pretty. Ew, look at all the trucks lined up everywhere. That's never a good sign. Oh, is this a spot that's open? Don't park in the fire hydrant. Yeah, buddy, we'll clear it. All right, well, we're supposed to weigh, but we'll be legal even if we have to adjust the wheel a little bit, but we're not going to give up a spot. I see the spot right now. We're taking it. Because no worry about the weight. Everything I see looks okay. We might have to adjust one hole, but we'll do that tomorrow. Because let me stop the clock. Hang on. Because after here, it's kind of like the back roads for a good bit, and I don't want to run out of time in the boonies. Total lack of truck parking anywhere. Nobody's gonna bother us here. We're out of the way. We're not blocking the fire hydrant, so we're definitely okay here. Basically, it looks like the spot was made just for us. Well, we couldn't drive a long time because we've been driving since 4:30 this morning, or 5:30 this morning, or whatever. So, you know, of course we can't drive a long time. Alright, so let's go over some hours. 1 hour 29 minutes left on the 11, 1 hour 29 minutes left on the 14. The 14 is what rolls all the clocks. 8 hours 32 minutes left on the 70-hour clock. And I think we gained 5-something hours tomorrow. So, we have, okay, no, wrong button. We covered 459 miles. This sign says no parking, but everybody does. We did 459 miles plus a delivery this morning, which we made 2 minutes before our appointment. How awesome was that? Total hours on duty, 10 hours 55 minutes. So, like I said, that 14-hour clock got in there. We've got $520 miles to go tomorrow before midnight. We do have a live unload at midnight tomorrow night. So we've got 520 miles to go. We could do that. That's no big deal. Bad thing about a midnight delivery, once you get done about 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or whatever, where are you going to go to park? And then You know, because there ain't nowhere to park near there, so I don't know. I hate that stuff. So 520 miles, we could do that. That's no big deal. So tomorrow morning we just have to make sure we double check our weight before we leave. And don't forget, even though we sign off, make sure you stop by the store, see if there's anything you want. Hoodies. The 1 million mile clothing, it has been on clearance, and you still can save 19% on top of that. Or the 2 million mile clothes or whatever. I know we still have some steel tumblers. I think we got a lot of the black ones left. Those look pretty sharp. So anyways, that's all I got for now. I don't know what time we'll leave in the morning. It ain't gonna be no 4:30. We don't have to. It doesn't really matter what time we leave. So that's all I got. Oh, a long day today. So, all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for a all-day Sunday stream. We'll do all-day drive, and I imagine we'll get there, shut down, and then do a split. You know, pause at 1400 o'clock, do a split, since you can't arrive early and you can't park on site or nothing. So we'll play it by ear. We'll see how things play out. All right, good night, y'all. Have a good Saturday night. We'll pile all back in the truck tomorrow morning. All right, good night, y'all. Okay, we're done.